Okay, the meme is tell only me my mistakes. Do it in private. This was the standard thing that was taught. It was praise in public, discipline in private. Yeah, what do you want to go with it? Why not make your mistakes public so other people can learn from your mistakes? Because of ego. People don't want to be seen that they made a mistake, especially in a competitive world where, you make a mistake and it becomes public at your company and you don't get the raise or you don't get the promotion or, you just get kind of pushed out the door. So that was the idea. Only telling people in private what the problem was, but to everybody else, you're like a star performer, even though there's problems with you. Well, it's just that other people have noticed the problems. And if someone has been disciplined for the problem, but nobody else knows they've been disciplined, then, everybody else still thinks that, the company is very lax with its regulations and rules and oversight, and, that, they keep bad apples around. Well, everybody makes mistakes. I know, but, there's mistakes, and I do know. That's all I was going to say is, if you don't have an ego, then maybe people can learn from your mistakes, especially when you're still making those mistakes and you are a clone of everybody else. There's really no difference between you and other people who fall into the same marketing category as you. So if I chastise somebody that I know by name, there's lots of people who are identical to the named characters that I have named and chastised. So I just think it's of a public service for me to talk about mistakes so that we all don't make that mistake. And what do you call that when people continue to make a mistake and you want to use like peer pressure on that person to change? I mean, the same person never wanted to wear a seatbelt when it became mandatory in 1977. Eventually, became so used to the seatbelt, automatically puts it on and maybe feels uncomfortable without it on. Just habit. So that's just what I want to say. If you're complaining that whatever it is your name, well, you're just the same as the other people in your marketing category. And I'm doing a marketing campaign to planet Earth to raise their vibration so we can have all of us a better planet. Is there anything wrong with that? Well, you're going to say, well, I don't know. Because your enormous ego is like, all butthurt about the fact that, whatever you do and I chastised you, you're taking it personally. Aren't you? What does it mean to take things personally? Well, there's the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, which is easily 25 years old book. You never read that one? Where do you get your ethics and morality from if you don't keep current on what's being published? I just learned it from, my mom and dad. You're going to say, well, if that's what you are, then you're an ignoramus, aren't you? How many decades have you been on the planet where you've had opportunities to go to the library and pick up a few books? What did you do when you didn't read? You have to go back and look at that problem. Maybe it wasn't a problem. Maybe you like to swim and go to the gym. But then you leave a big gaping hole in you as a human. You're totally a physical animal. And there's nothing to do with anything else. Anyways, if that's what you are, then you're a dumb bunny and I can't help you out. As much as I try, I mean, trying to get a dumb bunny to watch a video is pretty much impossible. Anyways, so that, in a nutshell, is why the stuff that I've got up is still up. For other people to come along and say, well, I'm not that guy, but that guy is a lot like me. Because you're all clones. You are. You're clones. You're all consumers of product. And whatever the product is, that's the marketing segment that I put you into. Because you all have to be marketed to. Because my marketing campaign is about being the change here on planet Earth, being fifth dimensional. And you don't understand it and you're not interested in anything new because you're a couch potato, or you're just so focused on your hobby that nothing else is important to you as your hobby. But there's other people like me and we need you. We need you to change. So, we got to market to you to get your attention so that you get on board with the idea that you could be a lot better. And the bonus is, the better you get in consciousness, the better your future is. And you're going to say, I've already got a good future. I mean, I get to go to the pool for an hour, and then I go to the gym for an hour, and then, I go home and I make myself, breasted chicken and some broccoli and a nice sized salad. And, I don't let my wife know, but I take a little glass of wine. I'm super healthy. I got a job. But that's just the way it is as a human being. Everybody, the ego needs get met. And then, anything more than the ego needs, even though you all heard of Maslow, Abraham Maslow in psychology, the pyramid and self-actualization is at the top of the pyramid. Oh, I forgot about that. Do I need to know about that? Abraham Maslow. Pyramid. I think it was safety is on the bottom and self-actualization is the top. So you got to get all your safety needs before you can self-actualize. Well, I don't know. I got more safety needs because I don't know. I didn't buy enough insurance. I got to make more money so that I can buy more insurance. How do I get to make? I don't know. Maybe I should sell insurance. Anyway, that's the way your mind goes because head on, you don't want to deal with this issue. So you just deflect into other areas and blah, 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 because you don't want to face it. Why? What are you afraid of? Maybe it's not afraid, it sounds like too much work. I know, but it's the work that's going to make things, better for you. And it's just, even if you got the first perfect physical specimen, I don't know when you're 90, are you going to look like that? I don't know when you're 55, are you going to look like that? I don't know, have you ever seen an old folks home? There must have been some muscle studs back in the day, but, if you work there now, none of them have got any muscle whatsoever. So, that is the track that you're on. You're aligned with you going and falling into decrepitude, hopefully, after 65. And then, I don't know, then you're done. Because it's just stupid because we have no evidence that when you drop the body, that's the end of your existence. We have all kinds of testimony that that's not the truth. How many people do you know testify that, I did, but I never came back or something? I don't know. I don't know. It was a cop. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know what we were talking about. Dead or alive? You dead or you alive? Dead or alive? Dead or alive? Because if you think you're just going to be dead and you're just going to slide into home plate there at 99 and then the ticker's going to give out and that's it. You did your tour of duty and that's it. It was one tour and it's all. But there's no evidence that that's the case. So you might as well keep living with the idea that you're going to keep living right through age 99. Which means you shouldn't give up at age, I don't know, 29. That's dumb. The evidence is that after you drop this body that you do continue. So why waste, I don't know, 70 years of your life when you drop dead at 99, when you quit at age 29, when you quit learning, when you become a fossil at age 29? And I've seen it. It's scary. 10 years at high school and you're ready to be a grandmother. And then, yeah, it was incredibly Groundhog Day like existence.